Hurricane's the first track off my new album. It was written in one day after Labor Day weekend. I had just taken a 9-hour drive to Mobile, Alabama, and the entire way down the drive, I was listening to podcasts, listening to Song Exploder, Dissect, and Switched on Pop. And whenever I came back, sure enough, Hurricane came through, and I was stuck inside. So I rolled out of bed, got on my computer, just started making music. 8 hours later, I ended up with this. So it just starts off with some casual Wurlitzer keys. It's a weird chord progression. It's very odd sounding. And really, the way that I started off the chord progression is I just chose random notes and found a way to make them work together. So whenever I first finished with this chord progression, it makes you feel weird. But I needed something a little bit more to keep it moving around. So that's how you end up with the drums right here. Very, very basic drums. But I added an organ for a little bit of bass added on. Hear that? Alright. So now I pretty much had the basic backbone of the entire track. So my guitar is like guitar solo time. So this is just a basic guitar solo using the pentatonic scale. And actually, I made a mistake in the guitar solo the first time I recorded it. Played some wrong notes, but weirdly enough, it fit. So I just left it in. You can kind of hear that right here. So I actually made a mistake. That wasn't supposed to happen right there. I fixed it in the second guitar solo, so that's the way that it was supposed to sound. And I thought it sounded better because the chord progression was already really tense. And once you add that in, it just makes you feel some type of way. So that's the basic background of the track. You add the vocals in and some, guitar during the chorus. That's the basis of the track right there. So, about, a year and a half later, I ended up going into Logic and making some fine tuning. I added some echo on the vocals to fill some of the extra gap right there. It was a little empty to start off with. Really helps bring the song all together. Also just small things like adding a little bit more punch to the snare. Other than that, that's pretty much how that entire song came along. So the lyrics of this track, it started off, I'm stuck inside during a hurricane. So, hey, this is hurricane. Let's start that up. I'm fighting a hurricane. Metaphors. But then it became more of a stream of consciousness as I went through. I was trying to be metaphorical, but it became less and less metaphorical as the song went on because I was going through a lot at the time. Probably the biggest change, and a fun fact from the GarageBand version to the Logic version, is the chorus. The lyrics don't make any sense. There's no meaning. So the original lyrics were another fork in the road. Mm-hmm. But it sounded like I was dropping the F-bomb, and I wanted to be able to, college radio to be able to play the song. So instead of re-recording the lyrics, I just cut it, so it's another For the Road. It kind of sounds like road beer, but another for the road, there goes someone